Mixed emoji. That sure jumped the shark years ago, but it did catch up in the next episode. Let's blast off with the rocket emoji. It's weird how rockets look like this, like we've all agreed on the outmoded cartoon fantasy form rather than what actual rockets look like. Like the Google one doesn't have any credible means of landing or standing up. Samsung's is a weapon from Worms 2. I'm guessing that this is meant to represent a manned rocket, considering that the listed synonyms are space shuttle and rocket ship, and there's these little round windows. Except, what are you going to look at out of a window like this? It won't help you navigate, it's perpendicular to the trajectory. For any of these to land horizontally, there'd be an awkward diagonal scrape, because none of their designers ever considered how they would land. Sure, a controlled vertical landing is an option, but a difficult one. That's why I'm going for Twitter's version. It's more of a starfighter seen from above, but that window actually looks useful, and I can imagine this taking off vertically and landing horizontally. This is the only one I'm clearing for flight. When you get into space, outer space, we're always in space, you might meet an alien. I'm glad to see my race included in the emoji set, and everyone's agreed on the facial characteristics. Bulbous head, sharp jawline, big old empty eyes. I love how much Emojidetz's design stands out here, and how gloomy Messenger's is compared to these spaced out space faces. And then ow. Do we say this? Ow? Get off of my cloud platform. I'm not dissing on AU, their version has been around since 2002 and they've been idle since 2012, so their interpretation of an extraterrestrial as a spaceship is valid. And this first one is so cute, it's got like little eyes. They can't win though, for the alien face I'm going Samsung. Flying saucer is now a separate emoji, and the Apple alien is throwing the heavy metal horns. I think waving like this is irresponsible driving, and these aliens should get their licenses revoked. Emojipedia's is just one of those biscuits, you know, with the Empire biscuits, there you go. Oh, it's a Scottish reference. Look, I found them, and it looks like them, okay? I'm not really fond of any of these designs. The straight ones look motionless and the skewy ones look drunk, but I'll let Apple have this one. Not all aliens are greys, though. There's the other kind, the pixelated kind. I guess technically all Unicode characters are Space Invaders. People disagreed on the brief for this one. Nearly everyone thinks it's meant to be a video game enemy and an obvious tribute to Space Invaders itself, but then there's Emojidex. What? E.T. without the arms? It's kind of a pog? How does it do anything? It's so pathetic, I want one! I think this messenger one is giving the middle finger. The middle value of 1 is 1. Seriously, all the non-pixelated designs belong on Jenny Nicholson's bed. Emojipedia points out that some of these seem to be saying yay! And I dig that, but Microsoft's is splooshing water out of its... I like Facebook's, but they've over-embellished it with that shading. Pixel monsters should have flat colours. Joy Pixels are showing the true joy of pixels. The Milky Way itself is very difficult to get an overview perspective of. The majority of these designs show it seen from the ground of Earth, so inside it. Only Microsoft and maybe Samsung have been brave enough to send their emoji artists outside the Milky Way to take this one, so yeah, this one. It's a significant improvement on their earlier design, which is what appears above your head when you're dizzy. And that's a different emoji. The satellite emoji proves that when something is boring, I should just leave it out of my video. Samsung. Comets. See, they are far more likely to be this kind of blue-white, but when you draw it like that, it just looks like the evolved version of the sweat drop emoji. Still, the orange fiery rock is worse. That's more of a video game projectile, so I'm going Joypix. The shooting star emoji shows how one bad idea from an authoritative source can influence everyone else's ideas to normalize badness, like capitalism. Because they're 5-pointed stars, and I know 5-pointed stars are just a symbol we've agreed kind of represents a star in space, like the cardioid for a heart, but a shooting star is literally not a star, it's a meteoroid. And Apple have drawn it as one, and hence everyone has drawn it as one. I've got to pick one, and at least Microsoft's kinda has the trajectory path. If shooting stars were actual stars entering our atmosphere, we'd be pretty fucked. Robots are a space thing, I'm telling you. I'm not fond of this gritted, grated teeth setup. Sure, it worked for Bender, but all these droids just look really apprehensive. Again, you can see how the arbitrary details of the Apple design have infected the rest of them, and I'm not fond of this head, lights, button, whatever. Cool to see the first bus in Dynamite Heady. Emojidet's mouth orifice was probably designed for a purpose. You know, it's Microsoft again. Wow. The telescope. Microsoft used theirs to stare into the outer space that's dead ahead. On a flat Earth, that would be really useful. To use Emojidet's, you have to lie down on the floor, and Mozilla's is just a flashlight. Joypix. To infinity, I don't like when symbol emojis are thrown inside borders like this, and it's especially inappropriate to constrain infinity, or to show it as a broken line. Joypix. And begone. If you liked this video, why not react to it, and I'll react to that, and you can react to that, and I'll react to that, and